Hello everybody, happy Friday, I hope you're doing very, very well, and as I sort of teased towards the end of last episode, I have a special shirt to show you here, and it's one that I bought somewhat recently, and the reason I'm opening it not is just because I'm excited to see it, it's because I need to free up some space, because it comes in this absolutely humongous box here. I don't know if it's even going to do it justice on camera, this perspective of this, but look at the size of it compared to my head. Right? And what is in this is just one shirt. Just one shirt. Now there is, I lie, a little something extra in here. It could well be a small child for the size of this box, but I really hope that's not the case. It's something that you probably wouldn't expect to ever receive with a shirt, but I suppose once I open it up and we'll see it, it kind of makes sense. Now, I've not actually... I've seen what the shirt looks like. The shirt looks very nice, but I've not seen what the rest of the stuff is. So we're actually going to see a genuine reaction here. Though they're all genuine reactions that I offer you. So where are my comically undersized scissors, specifically when it comes to boxes like this? May need to... Right, let's break that seal. Oh, this is... Alright, that's one bit. Thing is though, when this was attempted to be delivered, I was obviously at work, so I had to travel quite a way to go and collect this from the shop, and carrying it back was interesting. But yeah. Now then, am I going to be able to... I'm going to have to cut straight through this, aren't I? Fine. Now can I brute force the rest of it? Let's see. Looks like we can. Power. Nope, not that bit. That's very, very tight. There we go. Right, let's put those away and not kill somebody with them. Let's try and hide some of all the personal details for everything. Here we go, the moment of truth. I'm sorry there's not much of a better camera angle than this, but I wasn't anticipating ever needing to open up something this size. So... I have a feeling it's literally it's all paper. Not really. Oh, this is right. Yeet! Get rid of that thing. Now then. Meisterstück. Don't know quite what that means. Look at that. The front of the box. There we go. It's possible some of you may know what this already is. What have we got on there? Anything else? Anything on the back? No. So we've got the club logo there, which may be too small for you to tell who it is quite yet. And this X here. What does X mean? Does that mean something else, possibly? Maybe it does. And there we go. So I have a feeling it's probably magnetized. Yeah, it's magnetized. Here we go. Wow. Oh my days. So, I need to be very careful here because there's drinks in this. So what you're looking at here is a special edition shirt and, I suppose, is it special edition cans? I think possibly. I don't know if the Salzburg energy drink cans come as you would find typically, or if these are just specifically designed for this box. Either way, they are going to remain there. And of course, we have this shirt, which is absolutely beautiful. So, I mean, as you would expect, it's all in German, so it's possible that I will have to sort of translate it. But this is, I mean, look, I have some box shirts, and I love box shirts. If clubs are doing this and they're going to make this much of an effort and stuff like that, I mean, look, I am well for this. I know there's some people who might think it's a lot of money and it's commercialised, and look, this is a Red Bull club, what do you expect? But when it just comes to craftsmanship and just, like, I mean, look at that. The aesthetics, it's just amazing. This is spectacular. So it has 2 drinks, which is great. So let's just put this aside because I suppose the main thing is the football shirt. Right then. Okay then. So there we go. On the back there it says Red Bulls. It's black and gold. And it is this vapor knit styling, so it is like a player issue version of the material, which is good because it wasn't cheap, this, shall we say. One thing that I did, and I really wish I didn't do because I'm just an idiot. We look around the front. There it is. I mean, that is a lovely crest, black and gold, amazing quality. I mean, you've got the Red Bull sort of the logo there. I didn't get the patch. Why didn't I not buy the patch? I saw it. It was like €5. I messaged Red Bull, like that was ever going to get a response, saying, look, can I add the patch? I'll buy it or whatever. Failed. So unless I can find one or buy one just on its loose, then, you know, it's a bit annoying that is, but you know what? It was a weird looking patch. It's not the most amazingly best looking patch. And it's kind of, I mean, look at that. It's black and gold. Yes, it's a very popular sort of trope right now, but I mean, it's kind of got glitter everywhere. I don't know if that's come off something of the box or if the cans, but I don't really expect there to be glitter unless it's come off me. I don't think I'm covered in glitter right now. But there we go. It is. I mean, it's a simple one, but I mean, it's part of the whole package. So I'll dress the mannequin and then I'll explain to you what this shirt actually means and why it's so fanciful. So yeah, very good. Okay then, so there is the shirt, and it's a beautiful shirt. Maybe not quite as beautiful as the box, which is quite ironic, but yeah, it's a very, very nice shirt. And I'm sure, as most of you have already recognised, it's Red Bull Salzburg, is obviously by throwing it in your face with all this Red Bull sort of advertising on the front, and it's their sort of 10 consecutive title championship season shirt. I'm sure there's probably a nicer way of saying that, but ultimately that's what the shirt is for. I bought it from the club store directly, and it cost me £125. Not a cheap shirt, which I suppose you probably had an idea when you saw the box and the shirt itself. It is limited, quite how limited though I don't know. They didn't really specify any numbers, though if you were to, at least at the time of recording, go on the website, quite a few sizes have sold out, so it is limited. Maybe by the time this video is released, they've all gone. So, you know, if you are just maybe keen on possibly even just the drinks, I suppose the size isn't all that important to you. The club was founded in 1933 and it was rebranded a few times, but finally landed on this Red Bull one, which they've stuck with and probably will be for the rest of their eternal life. Like with all sort of things that are associated with Red Bull and football, it was and still probably is a controversial sort of subject, a sore subject possibly. Maybe our regular Austrian viewer, listener, football shirt collector can add his 2 cents onto that. I think maybe as time progresses, things start to sort of drop off a little bit, maybe because the club's helped Austrian football have a little bit more of a standing in European football, takes an edge off it, but you know, it's difficult for me to say when I'm not Austrian. As you can tell by the existence of this shirt, they've been pretty dominant since Red Bull have taken over, obviously 10 consecutive seasons here. Though they do have quite some time to go to catch up to both Vienna clubs, so it's yeah, it's not just one league, but I suppose technically it is a one-team league right now. This season that this shirt was released, they finished first and was 7 points ahead. I think they lost 1 game. I'm not actually sure this shirt was worn. I think it was released after the fact. Might have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it was never worn. I think the season had already been completed at that point. So it's manufactured by Nike, as you would expect here, with the Nike swoosh on here, and they've been with Nike since 2014. So it's quite a little partnership they've had going on there. And of course, it's a black and gold format, which is very, very popular. It's something that we see in a lot of special shirts, centennial shirts, or just if somebody wants to release a shirt and sell more, that's what they'll do if it's like an away shirt or a third shirt. As I mentioned, I forgot to add the patch on the front there. It's not the most amazingly well designed patch, but the fact that it exists and I missed out, I think that's going to be slightly annoying. But who knows, maybe one day it might want to pop up somewhere. Now, this isn't my first Red Bull Salzburg shirt, which probably isn't too much of a surprise because they are quite a I hate to use the word popular, but common shirt, I suppose, when you're sort of floating around classic football shirts, etc. So this is the one I have here, which is, I believe, their away shirt from 2016-2017. So it's quite a few seasons old. Nike, as I mentioned. And to be honest, it's been really difficult with them because they just generally follow pretty standard Nike templates. Now, this one's not too bad because it has my favourite style of collaring, sort of this really thin, almost like a V-neck, sort of almost like a round neck, but it's a really thin option. It's got little panels of red and little bits of yellow, so it's not totally plain, and it kind of fits in, I suppose, with the Red Bull sort of branding going on there. But to be honest, if you look through their entire catalogue, yeah, none of them really stand out all that greatly. I'd say probably this one is the best, and it's not just because I spent a lot of money on it. I just generally think that's what it is. I think you have to go back to the club previous to Red Bull Salzburg, where they were with Fila. I think it was Fila. They made some pretty cool shirts, but I think that's just more of a sort of a nostalgic view of it, I suppose. But yeah, so this is the shirt I have. This is one I hear. I mean, to be honest, they both are plain in design, template-wise. I mean, this is still a typical Vapor template that they're working with. It's just they're lucky for the fact that the colour scheme is a little bit better. This is embroidered with this is sort of nice little plastic transfer on. So, I mean, that's going to be a replacement shirt there. But I think I'm pleased with it. It's not particularly cheap, but, you know, I have it now. So, obviously, we've got that, and then it comes with that beautiful box. I'm very, very pleased to own this shirt. So let me know, do you even know this shirt existed? I know sometimes people are like, how do you even find out about these sort of releases? Partly, I look on Footy Headlines. They're pretty good sometimes at releasing sort of articles on new shirts. Obviously, as the new shirts are being released right now, they're pretty decent at that. Sometimes you'll see if I go on Instagram and sort of the accounts on there will post it. And then occasionally people just send it me sort of a message and say, hey, have you seen this sort of thing? So there are some ones that I miss, but I try my best to find them. I just check the same sort of sources every day or something, maybe a few times a day, just in case. So let me know, is it too much? Is it too much commercialism? It's Red Bull, so what do you expect? It's going to happen. And if anybody does like a drink of Red Bull, they're not for sale. I'm sorry. It's going to be part of the case until they expire, and then probably, no doubt, they'll expand, blow up, and then it'll just ruin the entire thing. So yeah, that'll be interesting. What a video that would be. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video, as always. Have a great weekend ahead. I suspect probably a lot of us, at the very least, will be keeping our eyes on the Champions League final, Manchester City versus Inter Milan. I think we all, well, I say we all, I wish Inter Milan would win that one, partly because I don't want to see a treble from a team that's not Chelsea, and I kind of have a little bit of a soft spot for Inter Milan, though we are kind of reliant on Lukaku right now. Oh, how we've all screwed up there, haven't we? Anyway, let's see what happens. Could be an interesting game as always, but I will see you on Tuesday with probably a video which is the one where Classic Football Shirts messed up in the previous video. We've redeemed it, and I'll open that shirt there. So yes, it's going to be a good one. It's a nice shirt that I've got there. Thank you as always for watching my videos. Goodbye.